I already swam in beaches and resorts, tried out zip lines, and rode an ATV. This week is also another extreme adventure that will make your heart race and your eyes wide open. Hi folks, join me here on Traveldotcom as I go spelunking. One great thing about Pangasinan is that it has a lot of adventures to offer. And yes, even spelunking. About 4 hours from Manila, you'll reach Mabini, a landlocked municipality in the western part of the province. And being a landlocked town, it doesn't have a beach. But even without a beach to brag about, adventure is still present because of its fascinating caves. Mabini used to be a part of Zambales. Formerly, it was named Balingkagin, which was derived from the Zambal phrase Balilangkagin, meaning abode of bats. In 1904, it was merged with Anda, Alaminos, Bani, Bolinao, Burgos, Dasol, and Infanta, making up the first district of Pangasinan. In 1930, after its people clamored for the change of the town's name, Balingkagin was called Mabini after the great sublime paralytic and the brains of the revolution, Apolinario Mabini. Today, a monument of the Filipino hero stands in front of the town hall. The oldest structure in the town is Santo Niño Parish, which was built in 1830. Restoration, however, was done after it suffered massive damage in 1999 when an intensity 6.5 earthquake struck the municipality. After visiting the church, we took a tour around the town before our extreme adventure begins. Along the road, displays of pomelo caught our attention.
One of the best tasting pomelos.
Alright, enough with the pomelo. It's time to go to Barangay Cabinwangan where fresh vegetables are sold. It is situated beside a clean and serene Balingkagin River. You can be completely sure about the freshness of the vegetables sold here because you will know exactly where they have come from. Across the river, you will find the vegetable farm where the eggplants being sold in Cabinwangan are picked from. In crossing the river, the people here use a bamboo raft tied from both ends to either side of the river. It's their everyday means of transportation to reach the other side, and it's free. Even the vegetables picked from the farm are being transported using a raft. And of course, I also tried it out. Getting my feel of some of the things about Mabini, I set out for my first cave exploration experience. The first cave on my list is the Santo Rosario Cave, a 2-kilometer cave system beneath the uniformly shaped hills called the Karst Fields, stretching along the borders of Barangays Barlo and San Pedro. It was a rough road towards the cave, but whatever was waiting, I was sure that a ride would be all worth it.
So guys, we are now on our way to the first cave on our list. That is Santo Rosario Cave. Okay, so according to our tour guide, there are a lot to see inside the cave. So I'm so excited, and yeah, I'm really excited to feature this on Traveldotcom and to share with you my experiences on this episode.
A cool atmosphere and enchanting serenity greeted me and my team in the woods leading to the cave entrance. I could feel the excitement brewing up inside me as I geared up for the adventure, but I still had to be briefed by Rowan, the tourism officer of Mabini. He is also one of the founders of the Balingkagin Conservancy, a group of spelunkers.
So sa loob, hindi tayo pwedeng mag-ingay kasi may mga hayop na pwedeng maistorbo, hindi tayo pwedeng magdumi, umihi, mag-iwan ng kahit ano. Hindi natin pwedeng inumin yung tubig. Kasi hindi siya potable. Oo. Hindi siya nire-recommend na inumin kasi madumi yan. We're talking of limestone na walang nangyayaring filtration. So, dire-diretso lang yung tubig. And then another thing, kailangan may gloves tayo. Meron ako. Kasi ang gloves, kailangan natin, maliban sa pagiging para anuhan yung kamay, protection mapoprotect din natin yung kuweba. Kasi once na pumawak tayo sa isang formation na yung active pa yung growth niya, pag nag-iwan tayo ng body oil doon, maaaring ma-inhibit yung growth niya. So, wear gloves. Follow one line lang para yung ma-lessen yung impact.
And as he finished talking, we started our adventure crawling through the narrow entrance. As our eyes adjusted inside a cave, we trained them around and uttered words of admiration. Inside, stalactites greeted us and invited us to go deeper into the cave. There were muddy parts, so being on guard was a must. The first passageways we traversed were easy, but as we went deeper, it became more difficult to explore the cave. So we left some of our belongings in a dry area in the cave to free ourselves from too much luggage. It became even harder as we reached the main stream, which they call the Knighted Pool. We needed to get into the water to get to the rock formation, which we had to climb to get through another passage. Rowan told us that we would find more rock formations farther into the cave. One part of the cave required us to submerge completely in the water to get through. And yes, Rowan was right. Along the way, more dazzling rock formations captured our eyes in awe. There was the Christmas tree, the bacon strip, and the White Lady. We also found calcites around the area. Everywhere we looked at, there was water flowing or dripping from the roof of the cave. After 2 hours of spelunking inside the Santo Rosario cave, we headed back to the entrance and wrapped up the day's adventure.
Alright, so that has been a wonderful experience, and I survived Santo Rosario cave. We're now ready to conquer the next cave.
One great thing about Mabini that I noticed is that it remains alive at night. Surprising! Unlike other towns in Pangasinan where you see only a few people wandering around and hanging out on the streets at night, Mabini town proper was still packed with people.
Nakikita naming malaki ang maitutulong ng pagunlad ng turismo sa paglago ng bayan ng Mabini. Inaasahan namin ang pagpasok ng mga investor na nakakakita ng potensyal ng aming bayan bilang isang ecotourism municipality. At dahil dito, malaki ang nakikita naming pag-asa na ang Mabini ay magiging isang second-class municipality. Sa ngayon, pinagtutuunan namin ng pansin ang pagkakaroon ng bawat bahay ng linya ng tubig na maaari na rin nilang inumin. Inaasahan namin ang Mabini ay magkakaroon na rin ng water district na magbibigay ng supply ng tubig sa lahat ng residente. Patuloy din namin isinasagawa ang construction ng farm-to-market roads. Malaking tulong din ang pagsasaayos ng mga daan sa pag-unlad ng Mabini. At pinagtutuunan nga rin namin ng pansin ngayon ang pagsasaayos ng akses sa mga kuweba na pinagmamalaki ng Mabini dahil malaking tulong ito sa paglago ng turismo dito sa aming bayan.
The end of my Mabini trip was fast approaching, so early morning the next day, I already went out together with the team in the Balingcagan Conservancy to explore another cave. Jerry, the other founder of the group, told us that a sunbeam appears every morning in the Kakupangan cave, so we had to set out early to wait for it. It usually appears at 9 in the morning. Right after breakfast, we hit the road. Once again, we were greeted by the cool atmosphere on the area where Kakupangan Cave is located. That was of course because of the trees around. According to Jerry, Kakupangan had been named as such because of the many kupang trees on the area. We geared up once again. Helmet, check. Light, check. Gloves, check. I am now here at the Kakupangan Cave, the second cave on our list. And on my right, this is what they call the canyon. Okay, so it's also a cave, it's also part of the cave. The only difference is that it doesn't have a ceiling. On my left is what they call the test cave. The test cave is where they take the tourists first to test if they are claustrophobic. So they let the tourists crawl inside up to the main entrance of the cave. Okay, so of course I would also love to try the test cave. Let's see if I am claustrophobic after exploring Santo Rosario Cave. Well, let's see. Okay, as you can see, the space here is not crammed, and I guess as we look ahead of us, it's really fun. I guess we have to really crawl and have our lower extremity get submerged. So come on, let's do it. This is real cave exploration, testing the test cave. We are halfway through it, and as you can see, okay, I guess can't see it yet, but the opening towards that will lead us to the entrance. There's the opening. There's the opening. And that will lead us to the entrance to the cave. The main entrance. That's it. Okay, so all we have to do is crawl towards that opening, and then we're good to go inside the cave. And yes, we survived! While I was busy exploring the test cave, Rowan and Jerry were rappelling down the canyon. I wanted to do it also, but I was told not to. Several weeks of training was needed before performing this activity that would require great strength and endurance. Just watching them do it was exciting enough. How much more if I tried it? Well, I guess I have to start training now. We now officially enter the Kakupangan Cave to explore and to witness one of its amazing features. Where the sunbeam appears is called the ice cream cone room, where you can find a rock formation shaped like an ice cream scoop on a cone. The sunbeam passes through the hole on the cave's roof. After several minutes, we were able to see that for ourselves. Our last stop was Branch 1, the one with rock formations called the terraces in which water streams down.
Inaanyayahan namin kayo na bisitahin ang aming mahal na bayan ng Mabini, kung saan matatagpuan ninyo ang mga cave system na siguradong magbibigay sa inyo ng kakaibang adventure at experience. Tara na sa Mabini!
Here are some tips, guys. When you want to do spelunking in Mabini, contact the tourism office or the Balingcagan Conservancy beforehand so you will be given proper assistance. It is always good to be guided by expert spelunkers, especially that they have the gears necessary in the activity. And as much as possible, put on a footwear and attire appropriate for spelunking so you can move around better. Bring also an extra flashlight and extra batteries. With all those tips in hand, be prepared for an exciting physical activity in Mabini. Well, that's all for this week. Wait for my next adventure here on your official web travel guide, Traveldotcom, where adventure never stops.